So here's the what I would call maybe the litmus test for listeners out there. If you were to pull your most recent mortgage statement or your lending statement, if you have an EIDL loan or an SBA loan, I want you to look at how much your payment was and then how much the interest on that payment was. What I've noticed among a lot of our shredders is that their lenders don't really want them to know how much interest was paid last month or last year. And when you start to realize just how much is going out the door in interest expense, while there is money sitting idly by that you could have access to at the same time, you'll wonder why you haven't done this all the way along. The way this operates, very simply, for those of you who may have not have heard of a velocity banking or an Australian mortgage, essentially we are going to take our existing income. We are not changing our expenditures whatsoever. So this isn't about living on rice and beans or beans and rice. Continue going out to eat, going on vacations, et cetera. But instead of our income being dumped into a checking account where it sits there until it slowly dwindles day by day with debit card transactions and ACH transactions, instead what it's going to do is it's going to be funneled through a line of credit account. And this could be a BLOC, a business line, a PLOC, a personal line of credit, or a HELOC, a home equity line of credit. We prefer HELOCs because it's tied to the equity in your home, so the rates tend to be a little bit less. And then the shred method itself, Craig, is based on an algorithm powered by a piece of software that will tell you, based on the amount coming in and the amounts going out and the timing of each, the system will tell you when to send lump sum payments from the line of credit to your debts. And specifically, we want to go after amortized debts like EIDL loans and commercial loans and home mortgages. And as we do this, every time we make a lump sum payment, we're accelerating the amortization table of this mortgage or this debt, thereby shaving off tens of thousands of dollars in interest that we would have otherwise paid. And instead, we take what could be a 30-year fixed mortgage, if we're talking about a primary home, and we'll take that down to somewhere between 3 and 5, at the high end, 7 years. Especially if you've just taken out a note or refinanced in the last 1 to 3 years, call it 4 years at the high end. If you've done that, where you took advantage of that 2.5 to 3.5, 4% interest rate, you may be thinking, why would I ever do this? This is the cheapest money I'll ever get. And candidly, I have a 2.875% interest rate on my mortgage. And when I refinanced and I obtained that interest rate, we had a $300,000 balance. And with it came, I think it was an $1,800, $1,600 a month payment, something like that. By using Shred for a period of about 2 years, 24 months, we shredded our balance down to under 100,000. And then by using a very special strategy that we teach, we recast our payment, and our payment to live in the home we live in now is $334 a month. And I'll never probably pay it off from here because I'll never be able to live cheaper than I am right now.